What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing another World Tanks video, and today I shall be rolling out in my Jagdtiger 88. As you can see, I'm ranked top tier. This is a German TD Premium Tier 8, and I cannot for the life of me imagine life without my Jagdtiger 88. If there's, I know there's other Tier 8 premiums out there, but for me personally, and I mean, you can only play one tank at a time, I guess. And I mean, possibly maybe I might go out and purchase some other tier 8s, but I cannot imagine for a second life without my Jagdtiger 88. And there was a time where I did not have this tank. I mean, I've purchased this tank twice. Once I purchased it back in the old days, or you know, when I was a noob, when I was first starting out, and for the life of me I could not figure this tank out. You know, I couldn't figure it out. That gun traverse left and right, the fact that it moves like the Titanic. I mean, it literally moves like the Titanic. If you remember in the movie, you know, when they see the iceberg and they try to turn and they don't make the turn, and the guy says in frustration, you know, why won't she turn? Why won't she turn? That's how it feels sometimes when you're in this tank. You know, it's like, why won't she turn? Because it's literally like this big behemoth of a machine, and you really feel the weight of the tank for some reason, because it's moving so slow. You know, the movement of the tank, it's just but I named this tank, I named one of my videos when I was previously in this tank, the mobile nuclear bunker, and that's precisely what it is. It is just that. It is like it's like you're lifting up a mobile nuclear bunker on wheels, and you're kind of shifting it over here, like for instance where I'm at in Karelia right now, and planting it down. And it's like, okay, this is a good spot, this is a good, you know, camping spot, so loads of people say, and we're good here, you know, let's set up shop here, because it's just that, it's a mobile nuclear bunker. You know, the armor on this thing, it's unbelievable. You know, the frontal armor, and as long as you treat it as a mobile nuclear bunker, and keep in mind, you know, the lower plate is your weakness, and you got the gun port, etc, etc, the weak parts. But I mean, if you're all the way in the back like I am right now, and even if you do get spotted, even if you do get lit up, keep in mind there's no artillery in play in this game, so there's that to consider. But even at a distance, who's gonna pen, you know, the weak spots? And even at a distance, who's gonna pen your lower plate? Because you can angle this tank and you'll get some fantastic bounces. You know, people trying to pen you in the lower plate. You have to be aware of, you know, who's on the opposing team. As soon as I got into this game, I said, okay, object 263 time. I'm gonna load up into my position, and I'm just gonna unload. And granted, I'm doing exactly what I'm doing in the 263, you know, with the 10k damage. But another thing that I realized was, okay, there's only one TD. You know, this is a TD light game, you know. So if there's only one TD on the opposing team, that's only one person with an accurate gun, really, sort of. You know, I can't remember who was what tank was on the opposing. Oh, there he goes, he's dead. So now there's no TD, so I'm thinking I'm good, I'm safe. You know, even if I do get lit up eventually, nah, you're not gonna get me, you know, because you need some decent accuracy in order to, that lower play is very, very tiny at a distance, and etc, and all that good stuff. But going back to what I was originally saying, and I'm faffing on. There you go, I'm detected in Sixth Sense, and look at it, look. I know I'm gonna get shots. So straight away I'm kind of swinging left and right, and trying to just stick my the front corner, either the left one or the right one, point that corner towards the enemy, and it's just impossible for them to pen me. You know, it is literally impossible. But going back to what I was originally talking about was that I cannot imagine not having this tank, and that's because of its silver earning potential. I will jump into this tank and I will spend 2-3 hours and I will get like at least a couple of million. I'd say it's about $750,000 per hour you can earn, you know. Because for the most part you get into tier 8 games, you know, they really are tier 8 games. They're never like tier 9 heavy games. Is that because of the gun? I haven't got a clue. You know, because it does have a tier 8 gun. The gun is fantastic, you know. It's got that low alpha, but it's a high rate of fire. You know, it's a high rate of fire. I think it's about 2,500 per minute it can pump out, and you can do that, you know. Literally you can do that, and because most of the time you should be in the back, you're not lit up, and you unload one shell and you already think about, you know, where's the next shell gonna go, you know, where is the next shell gonna go. But due to its silver earning potential, this tank, I cannot imagine, you know, a life without it on World of Tanks. And that's because, you know, so many of my tier 9s and tier 10s I have purchased because of this tank. You know, I'm about to get my tier 10. I just get into this thing and I spend 2-3 days playing, helping out my compadre here. And look, take a look at this. You know, a lot of people, you know, they talk about the armor of this tank. It's not just the armor, it's armor. You know, when you angle it just so, it's like nothing's gonna touch you. Nothing's gonna touch you. I've yet to lose any hit points. I've yet to lose any hit points. And this medium down here, I see how many hit points he's got, and I'm willing to sacrifice. You know, I'm willing to sacrifice. I know they're gonna pen me in my side. That, you know, that's another weakness. Your side. If your side is exposed, you're done for. You're finished. You know, you've had it. And look, I'm just like, why won't she turn? You know, turn, you big behemoth. And finally make the turn and get the kill. Good to go. But yeah, so like I said, I initially purchased it. I was a noob, could not for the life of me figure it out, and I had my eye on it for the longest time, you know. And I was really bitter about selling it, but I could not figure it out. You know, the strengths and the weaknesses. I was a noob, and I kept on checking out other people playing in this thing. You know, I needed a good silver earner, and I said, you know, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna buy it, and it went on sale. I think I got it for 7,500, which was a really good price. And yeah, I've never looked back since. It is a fantastic machine, and anybody out there who can bear playing in a TD and, you know, needs a tier 8, keep in mind I haven't tried out any of the other tier 8 premiums. Go for the Jagdtiger 88. Fantastic machine, money making machine. Take it easy, guys. Adios muchachos.